Right. So today I'm going to discuss about nested for loops. Yeah. So firstly, we must understand what do you mean by nested for loop. A loop statement appear within another loop statement is called, is called nested statement or loop statement, nested statement we can say. Yeah. So firstly, we have to understand why do we require to write a nested statements. Yeah. So let us take one small example actually. Yeah. So I'm taking one scenario, e-commerce application, where create a program to display available colors along with sizes. This is my requirement. So let us suppose we are going to take there will be colors is equal to, there is a one array which is red, blue, and there will be green. Yeah, these are the three colors are available. Just we are taking, there are many colors, but just I'm taking when to apply the nested for loop, why we require. Sizes is equal to, probably there is a small, okay, there will be medium, there will be large. Yeah. So there will be two arrays actually. This is a one list, there is another list. Absolutely, we know that if you wanted to deals with a one particular array, one for loop is enough. But here there are two arrays actually. Our aim is what? We wanted to display the available colors along with the sizes. Absolutely, we required a nested for loops. You see now? Now you see? I'm writing print. Hey, here are your products. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'll be taking, there is an outer for loop. The outer for loop is colors. Color, in operator, and colors. Yeah. There will be another for loop. Yes, in loop sizes. So here you're supposed to understand this for loop is outer for loop. This for loop is inner for loop. This for loop is called what? Outer for loop. Yeah. And this loop is to dealing with a colored array. And this loop is called what? Inner loop. This loop is inner for loop. And responsible to tackle with sizes. Now, if you wanted to combinationally one particular element from the color, another particular size from the sizes. If you want it to be combinationally to be displayed, we have to go with a nested for loop. Anyhow, I'll execute this in Python tutor. Just you try to understand here. So my requirement is I'm trying to print yeah, F followed by color isn't it? Color, where I'm going to take color, where exactly I'm going to take a C. Okay, comma, size, colon, where yes. Yes or no? Now, if you look at the output, you see, color is a red, there is a small is there. Color is a red, there will be medium is there. Color is a red, there will be large is there. So with the one color red, there will be three sizes are available. Okay. With the blue also, blue is one color, there will be sizes are three. There will be green is the one color, sizes are three. So with this, products are displayed to you. What kind of a sizes, what kind of a color is available. How exactly this will be displayed? You just try to be execute this particular program in Python tutor. Okay. Firstly, if you visualize, it will be creating two arrays. Yeah, there will be colors is the one particular array, size will be another particular array. It is a one-dimensional vector, which is one-dimensional array. This is a one-dimensional array. We want a combination of red followed by small, medium, and large, and absolutely blue followed by small, medium, and large, and absolutely green followed by small and medium and as well as large. I want a combination. Then absolutely, you see, now the third statement will be give you the output onto the screen. Click next. So here is going to be display you the output. I hope you are seeing my screen, everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I am at a fourth line. I am at an outer for loop. So here outer for loop will be firstly from the colors. Red is going to be comes into this. And just you see what happens. You see here, there will be C is the variable. There will be C is a variable which is holding currently red. There is a variable outer for loop, iteration variable C is holding red from the colored array. Now the cursor is at a fifth line. The fifth line is inner for loop, which means what? This for loop will be inner to the outer for loop. Till the inner for loop will be become false, the cursor will not be go back to the outer for loop. What the inner for loop will do? From the sizes, first time, you see what happens? When I click next, inner for loop will be holding S is the variable which is pointing to small. How long this inner for loop will be getting executed? Outer for loop will be still red, but the inner for loop will be combinationally displayed small, medium, and large. You see, after displaying a color with a red combination of a small, cursor will be go back to the inner for loop, not go back to the outer for loop. Okay, you see now, it is displayed the output and went back to the inner for loop. Now the S, earlier S was small. Now the next loop, S is going to hold medium. But still the outer for loop C is holding red only. You see? Next, if I click, you see the S is currently holding medium. Now red with a medium size will be displayed as an output. Means reminds the outer for loop red is same. Now red and medium is displayed. Again, the S is going to have now a large. Now S is having large. Red will be reminds the red followed by the large. If you look at now, yes. So now red and the large will be displayed. At this moment, there are no elements are there in this particular inner for loop sizes, right? The moment there are no elements are available, what exactly this particular in operator will do is that it will fail. When it fails, this red mark will be go back to the fourth statement, because the moment when the inner for loop gets failed, it will be go out of the for loop and it will be go to outer for loop. Let's see now. See closely, it went back to for loop 4. Why went back to for loop? Because in yes, only three items are there. Those will be displayed, but there are no items. This is the underflow condition. When there is an underflow condition, in operator getting failed, then it will be go to the outer for loop. Earlier, C was holding red. Now in this iteration, C is going to be pointed to blue. You see now, if I click next, absolutely you have to see here, the C is holding blue now. It's a second iteration for the outer for loop. Now inner for loop will be how long it will be get executed and retrieve the elements, small, medium and large in combination with a medium. See now, you see with a blue. Okay, next, it displayed now. If you look at carefully, blue with small, still the cursor in the fifth statement. Okay, next, blue with medium, next, blue with large. After large will be displayed in combination of blue, there are no items are there. Hence now the cursor will be go back to the fourth statement as inner for loop getting failed. So you have to understand in what situation inner for loop will be failed, in what situation the cursor will be go back to the outer for loop. Yes or no? Yeah. So, okay. Now went back to outer for loop. Now the C is holding green. That's the third statement, that third item. Red is over, blue is over. Now green is holding by C. Now S is going to hold three items. Yeah, green followed by small, green followed by the medium, green is followed by the large. The moment inner loop failed, it will be go back to outer for loop. Even now, outer for loop is also getting failed, because in the colors there are no elements are existing now. The moment it's an underflow condition, there are no elements are there. Absolutely, the outer for loop in operator will failed. The moment when are the outer for loop will be get, inner statement never be get executed. The red mark will be come out of this. It will be disabled. Now see, red mark completely disabled because outer for loop will be getting terminated. You see now? Yes, absolutely it happens. That's all. So these are the outputs we have obtained. So in this regard, if you have any questions, you can ask me now. I hope very clearly I explained to you how nested for loops will work each other. Please, if you have any questions about it, without any hesitation, you could ask me any questions. Prasad, Raju, Hanumant, Sachin, Jansi, please, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Hello, sir. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Hanumant.
Yeah. In which scenario, like, we can use the two for loops, sir? Like, for example, I mean, like it's taking long time, right, sir? If you have a huge data in the list or some data, in which case you can use that two for loops. Sir.
Yes, absolutely. Here there are two arrays, right? There are two single dimensional arrays, right? Two single dimensional arrays.
Yes, sir.
To work with both arrays, we have to go with two for loops. And if there is a data, in a two-dimensional manner, right? So this is called what? 4 into 4. 4 rows, 4 columns, right? Whenever if you wanted to deals with the rows and column values, we have to go with a new two for loops or two while loops. When the data is in a two-dimensional manner, we'll go with the two for loops. When the data will be in a three-dimensional manner, we'll go with the 3 for loops. Yeah, up to n dimensions. Absolutely, this is the justification. Excel sheet is the right example for you, where 2 for loops are going to work. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Only we can have a less data, so then only we can use the two for loops, right? Like if you have a huge data, so then we can skip that, right, sir?
See, this problem is, there is an issue with the identifiers. When you go with a NumPy, your whole data is going to be stored into a one object. Directly, it will be displayed to you without any for loop iteration. When to go with a for loop, it will be deals with an individual element. Let's suppose I'll take another example to you. Just let me take an opportunity. I'll take another example. You again ask me. Okay. I'll take another example. An example is validate ATM cash denominations, which is testing multiple combinations. Because you want to withdraw the 3,000, but the ATM is having a 100 rupees notes, 200 rupees notes, 500 rupees notes, 2,000 rupees notes. According to the end user requirement, I need a combinations. Which notes need to be given to the end user? It's very important question. An amount we want to withdraw is that 3,000, but the notes will be there in this particular format. 2,000 rupees notes, 500 rupees notes, 200 rupees notes, and 100 rupees notes. You are testing the machine, you are testing to the computer machine, which is ATM, according to the end user requirement, which combination is required here. So 2000 plus 500 plus 2 500s become 2000. 2000, if 500 notes are not there, 10 or 5 200 notes become a 3000. This combination user cannot predefined, you can able to say. But now we can write a for loop. Outer for loop is going to be n1, like you can write a print statement. The print statement is that possible node combinations. Possible nodes combinations. Now here I am taking for loop n1 node 1 in nodes colon, and for node 2 in operator nodes. Clear? Here, sorry, nodes. What is the logic we are supposed to write here? We have to write a statement is that if n1 plus n2, which is equal to 3,000 rupees, which is an amount, then obviously it can be able to print n1 comma plus n2 which is equal to amount. This is how it is going to be shown. Let me take a execution. You see the output. Did I make any mistakes here? N1 comma plus comma N2 comma is equal to amount.
Is amount is in flower bracket, sir.
Which one?
Amount, second print statement.
No, one print is more than enough for us, right? So we wanted to see. Anyhow, if we N1 place N1, that amount is going to be displayed to you. Otherwise, let us check only amount. It is not at all printing why it is so.
I think we need to convert into integer, right, sir?
Which one?
Amount.
Not required. It is static annihilation, static, right?
Okay.
Whenever the input you are taking function, that time only the typecasting is required. If you are assigning the value directly to that, you need not to be perform all this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So the cursor is not going inside. Firstly 2000 it is taking, and here if is going to be true or not is the matter actually. If is going to be true, then this condition would become amount is going to be displayed to you. Else it will be taking another statement. Let me do one thing. 1 second. Just hold on. Copy. How these things are happening? Let us see. Okay. So 3000, 2000. Okay. It will be print. Okay. N1 is holding 2000 now. It will be print also. Okay. N2 is going to hold 2000. Obviously, it will be print onto the screen. Then it will be checking 2000 plus 2000 become 4000, right? 2000 and 2000 here, 2000 plus 2000 become 4000, which is the amount is not equal to 3000. 4000 is not equal to 3000. The if statement will be getting failed, so that inner for loop is going to be take 500. See now, 1 second, just hold on. Okay. Now NT is going to be 500. Now N1 already, which was a 2000, 2000 plus 500 become 2500 is not equal to amount, right? Absolutely the amount, this if condition become failed, go up. Now it will be taking 200. Okay. 2. Okay. 2200 plus, which is equal to 3000, not possible. The statement is failed. Now it will take 100. 2100 plus these are not equal to that. Okay. Now it will be going above statement. Now 2000. Yes. Okay. Now what is the 2500 please equal to 3000? Not possible. Go up. And now it will be taking 500, 500. N1 is 500 and N2 is going to 500. Not possible. 3000 not equal to 1000. Again it will be go. Okay, 700. It will be go. I think it will be not possible to give you the combinations. So the condition is not going to be possible to satisfy all the combinations. Let's you take a. Let us go with a 2500. Yeah, 2500 and absolutely 2000 plus 2000 is not going to be the 4000 is not equal to 2500. Now 2500 is equal to 2500. Absolutely it will be printed onto the screen. That's all. Which is going to the 2500, 2500. So this combination is correct. Yes, sir. So here the point here is that when to go with a nested for loop, because the combination need to be calculated here. Correct. So obviously remaining combinations are not adequate. You see now 2200 plus not equal. Now you see whatever the combination 500, no, it will generate all the combinations. Means how 500 compare with the 2500 compare with all the combinations. So 4 it will be compared with next 500 4. I think 4 16 times it will be compared, but in which only one particular combination is going to be possible. So 2000 plus 2500. That's all.
You are correct, sir, but there is a possible combination is there, sir. I think we have possible combination is there, sir. 2000 note, 2000 note plus 500 notes. We can withdraw, sir.
Then obviously we have to multiply them actually. Here we are seeing the combinations. Absolutely, if you want a 2500, it is okay. But whereas if you go with a 3000, what is the combination we required? One 2000 note and 2 500 notes. This is the combination is going to be possible.
Okay.
Otherwise, 1 2000 and 5 200 notes. 1 2008 and into 10 100 notes. This is the combinations, right? See, sometimes in the ATM, they'll deposit all types of notes. But somebody, the money might be, 200 notes might be, like, if you look at very carefully, if you take a 5,000 rupees, or we can take only 1,000 rupees. How the ATM will disperse? One 500 rupee note will be dispersed to you, most of the ATMs, and 500 rupees note will come. Yes or no? You would have seen most of the time.
Yes, sir, correct.
Correct. So see, here we are checking how two loops will be combinationally checking which particular combination is suitable to be give distribution for the outside end user. The combinations are possible if you don't have two for loops. How combinations are checking This is the demonstration. My demonstration is how combinations are checking. This is the one combination. These are the four combinations. Which combinations, if we add such a way that this particular money is equivalent, that is going to be dispersed to you as a money. Yes or no? This is how these two for loops are going to be useful for you. This logic is different then. This logic is different. But here only the comparisons we are checking. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
We'll see another example with the combinations. Multiply with 200 so that it is equal to 5,000. But here, how outer for loop will be useful, how the inner for loop is useful. That's the point here. Let us take another example. Let us take another example with for loop. Let us take another example with for loop. Now, banking application. Banking application. Where write a Python program, isn't it, to calculate and display interest for multiple customers based on their bank balance, based on their bank balance. This is my requirement. So the requirement will take it now. So there are some accounts. There are some accounts is a one array where one particular person is having 10,000 is the balance. Another particular person is having 5,000 is the balance. Another particular 1,000, 6,250 is the another balance. Like, next person will be 2,000 will be the balance. Just for suppose I'm just telling. Now customers. So we can able to take a interest rate. So above are the accounts who's having a balances. Now interest rate is going to be the 0.02, which means 2%, monthly interest. So now the question is how you are going to display each customer bank balance. Apart from this, we have to display the corresponding interest rate, and then final amount need to be displayed. So now the print is that interest and by each customer, for each interest rate for each month. Correct? Yeah. Okay. Now, so how you are going to write now for I, isn't it? Now I'm going to write, there will be another variable is called as the balance. In operator, there will be the enumerate is the function actually. Enumerate is a built-in function. I'm going to take accounts now. Accounts are going to have a balances. Okay. Print customers, like each customer we can say customer. Maybe it will start from I+1. Yeah, it will show you each customer. Now I'll be taking inner for loop. For month in operator range is going to, the range is going to probably obviously it will be going to range up to 13. Why 13? The range is going to have a 13 minus 1 is 12. 12 months, right? Absolutely. Isn't it? So now what is the formula we're supposed to write? Interest is equal to balance multiplied with interest rate, which is 0.2. This is the one formula. Now if you wanted to display the total balance, it has to be accumulated, right? Balance plus is equal to interest. Right? So obviously interest rate. Okay, interest. Yeah. So now finally, we would like to display it. So how you wanted to display it about it now? Absolutely, we can display the print month isn't it, colon. So I just in a formal way I wanted to display interest is equal to isn't it? So where there is a formal way is that dollar, where we are going to position argument interest colon. Obviously interest is going to be displayed as a 2f, two floating point values are going to be displayed to you, isn't it? And new balance. See, these are called format string, we can able to say dollar, isn't it, balance colon dot to floating point values. Absolutely, that's all. Now if you look at this particular program directly, it will be displayed the output to you. But my point is, it is a customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, customer 4, because there are four balances, right? Here there are 4 balances. There are 4 balances. 4 balances means 4 different customers. The interest rate is 0.022%. My aim is I wanted to display the each customer 12 months interest rate need to be added to the account. It can be a recurrence account, it can be a normal account. But if you keep the balance in the bank as usually, every month the 2% of thing will be get added to your account. But my point is how outer for loop and inner for loop are going to be useful for you. So in order to know this, if you understand, okay, otherwise you just simply copy this and try to execute in this particular pie chart. That gives you very meaningfully how outer for loop will work and how inner for loop will work. Visualizing. Next, it is created a 4 customers balances, and it is created one particular variable where it is holding 0.02%. It will be print the output up top of this. Here it will be show the output to you. Okay, now it will be outer for loop. In outer for loop, what exactly it will be doing? It will be taking from the accounts each particular value 10,000, and it will be keep into the corresponding value I and corresponding balance also. Yes or no? So now if you look at now, after execution of the for loop, you see what happens. So here absolutely the enumeration is going to have a 0, because I is going to be 0th customer, 0th customer we can able to say. The balance will be 10th. Now here there are two variables we have used. One is balance and one more is I. Yeah. So just hold on, guys. Guys, I hope you are still with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So here, just I wanted one second. I'm just displaying here the corresponding I value is 0th person whose balance is this. So that for every time, whenever the outer for loop will execute, I will be incremented. 0th person, first person, second person, third person. This means it will be index start from 0, right? It will be show you 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. For the month, what I'm trying to calculate here. So I'm trying to be take 12 months. 12 months. Like, it will be taking first month to up to 12 months. 13 minus 1 is 12. So in order to iterate 12 months, the months will be taking from inner for loop, and the balance will be taking from the outer for loop. So every time now you see the output, it will be going now. It will be taking the first month, January month, which is the first month, and now it will be going inside. Absolutely, it will be taking now what exactly the balance was 10,000 into 0.02% is going to be the 200 plus 10,000 is going to become actual balance, which will be updated as a 10,200. Here, if you look at 10,200, and then it will be print a ninth line. What exactly it will be printing now? If you look at, it will be printing month one, interest is going to be 200, new balance is going to be the 10,200. This is how it will be displayed to you. Now it will be go within the inner loop only. Now February month for the same customer, it will be calculated at 10,500 into 0.2%. So that what will happen? Now obviously 204 will be the balance. That will be added to 404. February month is going to be a 404. 10,404 will be the balance. Now that will be displayed onto the screen. Again, current balance of the same customer will be 10,404 rupees into 2% is going to be the 208, which is going to be added. 612 rupees will become. Now for the single customer, it will be rotate 12 months. You see now, within the inner for loop. Okay, 11th month is over, 12th month is over, The moment when the month will become a 13, because the month is 12 now. 13, if it increase month, 13 will not be comes into range. When the inner for loop gets failed, now this is a situation when the inner for loop will be failed. It will be go back to the outer for loop now. You see now, directly the red mark will directly go to fourth, like where fourth line, because inner for loop is failed. When the outer for loop will be for loop, it was 1 earlier, 0 plus 1 is 1, right? Now I will be incremented. Earlier it was a 0, now it will become 1. You see? In second customer it will be taking. Now 5,000 will be the balance of the second customer. Isn't it? Now again, it will be start from the January month. You see the interest becomes 0. Yeah. So now the month, January month, and the interest will be recalculated. 100 rupees is the month interest. 100 plus 5,000 will become a 50100. It will be displayed for the January month. So this is the second customer. 12 months of details are going to be increased now. It will be going for the inner furlough. How long it will be going? 5th month is done. 6th month, 7th month, 8th month, 9th month, 10th month, 11th month, 12th month. When the 13 will become the in operator, the range, it will be failed, it will be go up. Now it's time to increase I value. Now I will become 2. If I become 2 means what? From the account, it will be third customer data will be taken. 6,250. Now it will be print onto the screen. Okay. Third customer. Now it will be start from the beginning January month. Isn't it? It will be calculate 125 rupees is the interest, balance plus 125 will become absolutely 6,375. It will be displayed the January month data. You see here. Then 12 months it will be keep on repeated. See, I just explained to you how the nested for loop is going to be there. In I think this is the right example how inner loop and outer for loop is going to be combinationally executed. Guys, are you understanding? Guys, I hope you understand the purpose of the inner loop and outer for loop. I'm just, I'm telling you, perform the addition between two matrices. I'm telling you to perform the addition between two matrices. How you are going to perform that, you're supposed to execute through nested for loop. Yes or no? So there will be a numpy is a one method, or else we can go with a nested for loop. There is no other alternate. Yes or no? So please, can you see here? Can you see here? Just try to be go with a yes. Simply, I can just tell you now. So what I'm trying to do here, use nested for loops to perform addition of two matrices. Now, absolutely, I'm going to create a one matrices where exactly I'm going to create 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. This is a matrix A. There is a matrix B is equal to, isn't it? So absolutely, I can able to create 9, 8, 7. Now in opposite way, like now 6, 6 comma 5 comma 4. Now absolutely I can able to say 3 comma 2 comma 1. The two matrices I created. Now I wanted to store the resultant matrix in C. C is equal to, it's a dummy matrix. It doesn't have any values. Just I'm going to create 0 comma 0 comma 0, because sometimes the variables might have a garbage value, 0 comma 0 comma 0, isn't it? Then absolutely 0 comma 0 comma 0. Now what's the point now? How we are going to use a nested for loop? For, isn't it? So where is the row? In operator range, where we are going to take a length of the A. Length of the A is going to be given, you know what? It is going to give you the 3 rows. See, whenever you perform the addition and matrices, absolutely it takes the number of columns in a first matrix should be equal to number of rows in a second matrix. Then only the multiplication can be takes place. Similar way, I am going to take the length of the A. Okay. Then I'll be taking for J instead of that you can see C. Firstly, the outer for loop will be dealing with the rows, inner for loop will be dealing with the columns, isn't it? So J in operator range, isn't it? Length of the A of 0, which is going to give you the columns. Number of columns in a matrix, number of rows in a matrix, 3 into 3. Now what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to take a C of I J, C of Ij is equal to absolutely A of I J plus B of I J. Absolutely, if I execute, simply it will be give you the result. What happens here? I think list out of index. What does it mean? C of Ij. Yeah, we have to display, right? Absolutely. So per R in operator C, where I'm going to print it. Print R. The 13th line, what is that? C of Ij is equal to, hey, sorry. Guys, you would have to tell me, right? Somewhere you are sleeping or something else. Yeah. R C row column. Similarly, we can able to have a same thing. Int object is not susceptible. Length of A, length of the A. The problem is here we have specified the result as the C, right? We can able to take it as a result. The variables are names are same here. So therefore, hence it is giving result is equal to this row C. Okay. Okay. So here this result. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I think this is the appropriate result. So what a mistake I have made is that here resultant matrix name is also be C, and the counter variable is also be a C, where the conflict is happening. So now you do one thing, this copy entire the program and try to be paste into the this particular program and try to check with how the inner and for loop are going to be utilized. So okay, okay, it is creating an array. Yeah, so B is also be creating. Yes, you see there is an array called A where there will be 3 rows, 3 columns will be there. There will be result is also going to be created as an array, 3 rows, 3 columns. You see, 3 rows, 3 columns will be created. Now here we supposed to be plot. Length of the A is going to be the 3. Length of the column is also be 3. So range will be go from 0, 1, 2. 3 will not be comes into picture. So now at present we are at a 0th row, at a 0th column. If you look at here, we are at a 0th row, 0th column. Yes or no? So 0th element from the this and absolutely 0th element of this. So 1 plus 9 is going to become the 10 into in this particular place. If you look at result RC is equal to, now here the element which is going to be the 1 for the 0th row, 0th column. For the B, 9 will be the way. So 1 plus 9 is going to be the 10. 0th row, 0th column of this, it is going to become a 10 here. The moment when I click here, you see now, yes, it has become 10. Now inner for loop is there now. Inner for loop is going to be work with the columns, not with the rows. That's what I have given R. It is going to be treated as R. It is going to be treated as C. Sir. So now what happens here? Now. So R will be still 0th row. Now first column. Absolutely. The column is going to become the 2, right? 2, 8. Then it is become the 10 here. You see? Yes. It has become 10. Now again, the column will be increases, which is going to point out to this, and it is pointing to this. So the 3 plus 7 is going to become a 10. You see? Yes. It is C matrix, right? So now first row is done. Now after which, you see now inner for loop will be failed because it reaches to 0th row, first row, second row. When the length of the A will become column of will become the 3, inner for loop will be failed, it will be go outer for loop. You see, it will be go to outer for loop. Here the row is now going to be point out to here. Firstly, it was pointing to 0th row, right? Now it is pointing to the first row. Now you see, yeah, row 1. Yes, sir. And absolutely again it will be go column 0 only. So first row, 0th column. So 4. Similarly, this is also 6. 6 plus 4 is going to become a 10. Where it will be get filled? Here it will be get filled. You see now? Let me execute. Automatically it will be get. Similarly, it will be go same. Yes. After completion of the all the rows and columns, it will be go outer for loop. Even outer for loop is also going to length of PA will become a 3. So 3 minus 1 is going to be the 2. So in operator getting failed, it will become out of it completely to the 13th line, and it will be directly print here a resultant value. 0th row, first row, second row. 3 rows are going to be displayed to you. You see now? It comes to the 13th line, first row, second row, third row. That's all. Resultant matrix solution. So I hope perfectly when there is a data will be in our rows and columns. This is a table basically. This is a two-dimensional table. This is also two-dimensional table. If you wanted to be deals with the rows and columns to perform the addition of two matrices, we supposed to go the nested for loops, else we cannot be iterate them. Hence, I hope you understand why nested for loops are essential. Yes, sir. Are you guys understanding? Please, do you have any questions? Prasad and Sachin, Raju and Jansi, and as well as Hanmant. Hanmant is, I think, now available. Yes, please. Do you have any questions, guys?
No, sir. We need to practice.
Correct. It is mandatory so that you will be able to understand the value of a nested for loop. They are very essential. Everywhere we used to have. Yeah. Correct. Prasad and Sachin, do you have any questions? Jansi?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. We need to practice.
Sir,
Sir.
I hope you are understanding